Hi there, crafty peeps. Enis here from Papercrafting with Enis, and I'm on today with a little craft with me video. So today I am making these cute little shamrock bows, and this is a die set from KSCraft. And here is the die set itself. And this is actually the large one. On the back side I have the small one, but today I'm making the large. And this die set comes with this piece here, which makes the 3-leaf clover. And then we have the bow portion. We have a shamrock here that I've placed in the center. And then we have a double layered tail on it. And then of course you have the wraparound piece, which I did not use. And I am continuing on using the St. Patrick's Day paper collection from Echo Park. And I did purchase the digital printable from snapclicksupply.com, and I will have a link in the description box below to that store. And a lot of times you can get the paper so much more economically priced there than buying the printed versions from other sources. And also you can print as many sheets of whatever piece of paper you want. So I really like doing that when I can, although sometimes I really like to have the printed versions. So let me just give you a little close up. You can see that I have Wink-a-Stella'd up the paper, and I think that looks really cute. And I have a little resin flower cabochon in the center there. I have tucked in behind a couple layers of this pretty green polka dot mesh from Dollar Tree, and that's this one here. And I've been using that in a lot of projects lately. And yeah, so that's the cute little project we're going to work on today. So give me a minute to bring in my die cut pieces because I've already done that, and we're going to get started on this right away. So give me just a second. Okay, so here you can see that I have my little layered up bow here, and all I did was just take a couple pieces of the mesh, wrapped around some thread, and tied a knot. And it doesn't matter how neat or not neat that looks, because this is going to be hidden underneath layers. And then here is the shamrock portion. Here are the double tail portions, and there's the little shamrock itself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my bone folder, and I actually like the little shamrock to curl up a little bit, and you'll see here on the one I've already done. And I'm just going to curl those up just a tiny bit with my bone folder. So all you've got to do is just grab the paper and roll it. In my case, I'm rolling it away from me. So you can see how that's curled up there now. And I'm just going to set that aside. Now, I did use Wink-a-Stella on the green shamrock paper on this one here. So I'm going to get my Wink-a-Stella pen, get it shaken up here, because we're going to need this to dry a little bit. So I'm going to go over the green portions with the Wink-a-Stella, and you're just basically painting that on, drawing it on, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, the reason why I'm doing these little bows here is I am going to be using the Happy Crafter shop goodies that I made as my guest design team package, and I'm going to be sending off some happy mail tomorrow, which is actually, today is Sunday, March 16th, so the package is going to go in the mail tomorrow, so it's going to be a little bit late getting to my recipient, but I think that's okay. Now, for this piece right here, these outside hearts are actually going to be folded under, so we don't need to Wink-a-Stella those. So I'm just going to do the parts that I know are going to show. Okay. And like I said, I'm kind of doing this first because I want this Wink-a-Stella to start drying before I start handling it. It doesn't take long to dry. Okay, so there we have it. Close that up. Okay, so what I'm going to do, oh, you know what? I need to cut one more thing. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, so I did have to cut one more piece, and the reason why is the paper that I printed on is a 65-pound cardstock, and you know, that's not real sturdy. So what I like to do is cut out the back tail piece or the back bow piece here in 110-pound cardstock, and that way I can give some sturdiness to the bow itself. Okay, so these should be, this is pretty much getting dry. So let's just glue some of this together, and I'm using 3 different kind of glues here. You can do whatever you want to do. To glue together some of the pieces, I'm using the art glitter glue. Okay, so we're going to leave that to dry. That's the double tails. Oh, and also I meant to curl this up just a tiny bit too. Okay. Just meant to curl up my little tails a little bit. And of course I could have done that afterwards, but yeah, there we go. So I'm going to set that aside. And now I'm going to, let's see, this is pretty well dry. I'm going to kind of curl this a little bit as well. And be really careful if you're using 65-pound cardstock, because it can tear if you do it a little too roughly. Just get that curled up a tiny bit. There we go. And now I'm going to glue this together. And I'm just going to use my art glitter glue for this. And you're just going to roll these in. And when you glue these down, you want to make sure that you can't see much of the back side of the paper when you're looking at the petals from the front, okay? Because sometimes if you don't glue them on straight, then especially if it's cardstock that's white, you can see the white through, and you really don't want to do that, okay? So, you know, just be conscious of that when you're gluing these pieces together. Okay, so that one there looks pretty good. Okay, and just one more. Okay, let me just check the front. And I think that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to hold that in place for a minute so that glue can set. Okay. All right. Just a little bit for the glue to set, because we don't want this popping open. And of course you can use your hot glue if you want to use hot glue, but I'm just using our glitter glue for this part. It's going to be thick in the middle, so that's why I'm using the art glitter glue. I don't want too much thickness caused by the glue. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside so that can finish drying. Oh, actually I can put my shamrock on now too. Just add a little bit there. And I like to put this on so that the small shamrock petals match up with the large shamrock petals, okay? But of course, you can do however you want to do. Okay, I'm just going to hold that for a couple of seconds. All right, and then just set that aside to dry. Okie dokie. Now, let's see, what did I do with my back piece? Where's my back piece? Okay, so I found it. I must have dropped it someplace. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to hot glue this to here, okay? Just a little blob of hot glue. I don't want to put too much because, like I said, this adds way too much bulk. And I'm just going to tuck that on there. Just sort of hold it in place till that glue starts to set. All right, I think that's pretty good there. All right, now our tails are going to go on the back, so I think we can take care of that right now as well. So I'm going to use my hot glue for that. Okay. Looking cute. Look at that. Looking cute. All right. Now, I am going to go ahead and add my 110-pound cardstock to the back here. And for this, I did use my hot glue. And the reason I'm going to use the hot glue on this is because, and I'll show you in just a second after I get the glue on here, is because once I glued this tail on here, it's not level. And when you put this on, you're going to want to make sure that you line everything up so that none of the back tail is showing on the front. And if it is, which mine is, you can just trim that. Oh, actually, the hot glue's not sticking on there. I wonder what's going on with that. That's really weird. Let me cut another one of these. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's really odd. I don't know why that hot glue didn't stick on there. So maybe it worked fine for this one. Yeah, it did. Well, maybe I'll use the art glitter glue. So let me just get that on there. And I really was worried that because this is not level here, that maybe it won't stick by using the art glitter glue, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. Anyway, so back to where I was. When I put this on here, I need to make sure that it lines up perfectly with this original tail, because if it doesn't, you're going to be able to see the white cardstock on the front. But if you do, you can always use a pair of scissors and just trim off that extra. So I'm just giving that a good press, letting that glue set on there. Okay. Yeah. So there is like a little gap in the middle where that piece is not level, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep holding that until that sets. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, now we have this piece here, and this one I'm going to actually use this glue. Okay, this is the 3-in-1 advanced craft glue, and I use this when I need to glue something that doesn't usually work with the hot glue or with the art glitter glue, or I need some extra stickiness to it. Okay, so that's why I'm going to try this one. So we're going to stick that right in the center there, and I'm trying to make sure I get that on straight, and if not, it'll just give your bow some character. Okay, once again, just hold that glue down until we get a nice adhesion. Okay, and I just think this 3-in-1 glue is going to be good because I'm gluing on top of this mesh with paper, and I think that this will work best for that, at least for the glues that I have. And you know, I got these glue sticks at the Dollar Tree, and I wonder if that's what the issue is, why it didn't stick this one, because you can see the glue is on there. There's plenty of glue on there, but it just did not stick. All right, so that's that. And then where's my little flower? Boy, I'm just losing all kinds of things, aren't I? What happened to my little flower? Oh, here it is. Okay. And this, I'm going to use the 3-in-1 glue as well. Okay. Nice little blob on there. And just tuck my little cabochon in the center. And that's going to take a little bit of time to dry, but it will dry. And there we have it. Look at how pretty that is. So we have 2 of these gorgeous bows, and like I said, this die set is from KSCraft. You get a small and a large. This is the large. So cute. Love those. And those are going to go off with my Happy Crafter Shop rosettes that I made. So that would be these embellishments here, as well as the cute little card I made, and this cute bag here. All right, now you can see the bag better. Very cute. All right, and also I did make a very simple pen to go to my gift recipient. All 3 of these came from the Rosette Guru, and yeah, these big shamrocks are perfect for the pokey tools. They fit perfectly on there. And then these are the striped beads I got from that shop as well. So there's nothing fancy about the pen, but I think these beads just really make for a nice gift. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to put these bows together. And I hope you all had a great time today, and I will catch you all in the next crafty video. See you later, crafty peeps. Bye.